Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura and I play The Sims 2. So guys, welcome back to our final episode of our Sims 2 Uberhood rotations. And today guys, we're going to be finishing off this introductory part of the series with Bluewater Village and Downtown. Now, in the last episode, we looked at our Veronaville families. So if you've not checked that out, please do, because there was a lot of introductions to the obviously the Veronaville families, but also the storylines, all the characters and all the renovations and makeovers that I've done for said Sims. But yeah, so please check it out. And by the way guys, I just want to say a huge thank you to those who have commented and liked my videos as always. But also, I have now reached over 200 subscribers on my channel, so thank you so much for that, guys. I am over the moon with that, and I can't believe I've come this far, really. I mean, some of you are probably thinking, well, 200 subscribers ain't a lot, but it's a lot for me. I didn't think I'd get even past, even 10, so thank you so much for that, everybody. And yeah, I hope you guys continue to like these videos and continue supporting me in my journey with The Sims 2. So anyway, so we're going to be starting off with our first family in Bluewater Village. However, I have relocated this family to Pleasant View. So we're going to be starting off with the Ramirez family. Now, the Ramirez family is still kind of based in Bluewater Village, really, because they've got a store here. But I have actually moved them to Pleasant View. So I will be back, guys, when we load their family up in Pleasant View. Okay guys, so I have loaded up Pleasant View again because this is where the Ramirez family live, in this little house here. So I'm just going to click their household for a moment and then we will quickly just read their bio and then we will enter their household. So if you guys don't know who the Ramirez family are, they are basically a Bluewater Village family with open for business. And it basically, at the start of the game, you have Chico Ramirez and his wife, Lisa. And then they have a little girl called Tessa. Now, obviously, they've had a couple of additions since then. They've got a little girl called Camilla now. And they've also just had a little boy called Edmund. So they are starting to grow their family a lot more. And Chico's still got his business in Bluewater Village. So things are going well. But let's just read their little bio quickly. So Chico and Lisa Ramirez have worked hard to get their furniture store off the ground. Though salesmanship has always come easy to Chico, running a business has its own challenges. Now that their daughter Tessa is in school, they can concentrate fully on making their business the best. So basically it says it there really. They've got a business in Bluewater Village. They've tried to run it really well. And to be fair, it is a nice store that they have got. I am currently in the midst at the moment of trying to extend it a little bit more. So I've given them like an upper stairs floor now in their store. But I've not decorated it really yet because they don't have the funds to at the moment. But once we get that store up and running a bit better, then hopefully we can make it a rank 10 business. So I think it's rank 6 or 5 at the moment, I want to say. So they are getting there with it, but we'll just have to see, obviously, how they do when we start playing them. But anyway, guys, I'm going to load up their household now, so I'll be back once we're with them. Okay, everybody, so this is the Ramirez household in Pleasant View. So I've moved these guys to Pleasant View because they got quite friendly with a lot of the Pleasant View Sims, and I generally always make them move to Pleasant View because I just prefer them in Pleasant View, to be fair. I just think I can do so much with them in Pleasant View, so I always make them move here. But anyway, so you guys may recognise this house as one of the base game houses that came with Pleasant View. They live next door to the Dreamers, and they also live near the I think it's the Oldies, I want to say. Yeah, so the Oldies live across the road from them. But yeah, the Ramirez's are doing fairly well. This is our house. As always, I have made this house over a little bit more. So we're going to start off with the top floor. And on the top floor here, we've got Lisa and Chico's room over here at the front. They've also got a little cat now called Peggy. And they've got their own ensuite bathroom over here. And then they've got a landing space where Lisa and their daughter Camilla is currently stood right now. And then this is little Tessa's room in the middle. She's got quite a small room, but this is quite a small house, to be fair. I think this was originally supposed to be a 2-bed, but I've made it into 3 bedrooms because obviously they've had 2 little additions to the family now. So Camilla and Edmund are sharing a room at the moment because they're only a toddler and baby. But I think when obviously Camilla gets to be a child, then her and Tessa are going to have to share a room perhaps. I'm not too sure what I'm going to be doing with that at the moment. But they've got a family bathroom on this side of the house as well. And then I've just blocked the chimney off with like a big decor chimney bit. I don't know how to quite explain that, but yeah. And then downstairs we have got the living room at the back here where they've got a nice little fireplace. They've got a nice cute little setup with their sofas and chairs. And then as we come through here, there's a big open like activity area where Chico and Lisa go on the computer. Tessa's down here playing on the keyboard. And then we've got like loads of toys on the floor, obviously for the children. And then they've got a little mini dining room and high chair set over here. And then they've got their kitchen on the side here. So yeah, that is basically the house, guys. Now I'm going to take you into some of the characters, and I'm going to be starting off obviously with Chico. I've just realised, guys, that Chico is currently at the store at the moment, so we're not actually going to be able to show him on camera. But you can sort of see him on his portrait anyway. But I'll just tell you a little bit about Chico because obviously some stuff has happened to him since we, obviously you guys know him as the base game, Chico Ramirez. So anyway, so Chico Ramirez is obviously the founder and the husband of the household. He is currently 45 years old in my game. His birthday is day 2 of winter, so he's going to be aging up quite soon. He is a fortune and secondary popularity sim in my game. His lifetime wish, I've given him to own 5 top level businesses. Because, you know, it kind of makes sense for him, really. He's a very ambitious man. He wants to do well in his business that he's got already, but then obviously he wants to expand his born salesmanship throughout other businesses in Pleasant View and Bluewater Village, and even downtown potentially. But he's a very ambitious and business-driven guy, so, you know, I think that made sense to him, really. So his current wants at the moment, he wants to have a party, because I think it's soon going to be Camilla's birthday, but I'm not too sure. We'll have a look at hers in a minute. And he wants to learn couples counselling, obviously. Fair enough. Let's have a look at some of his relationships here. So as we can see here, he has got a very good relationship with his wife, Lisa. He's best friends with all of his children apart from Edmund, but I think he's only just been born, so obviously they're not going to have a massive relationship. But interestingly enough, he has got a lot of chemistry with various people in Pleasant View. So he's got 3 bolts with Wanda Tinker in Bluewater Village, which is a bit concerning. But he's also got 2 bolts with Mary Sue. He's got a bolt of chemistry with Florence. And he's also got loads of bolts here with Melissa Fancy, Towney, Melissa Carr, Jill Jaquette, Dina, Coral. And yeah, he's just got a lot of chemistry with different women. So I don't know whether Chico would have an affair with anyone, but obviously I don't want to put it past, don't want to not put it past him. You know, we'll just have to see what happens. But at the moment, he has not got any wants to particularly flirt with anyone else or anything. So hopefully he will stay loyal to Lisa. But obviously with ACR in the game, guys, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for Chico. And, you know, things might lead to different things. And, you know, you guys just know about what The Sims 2 is all about. So, yeah. But, yeah, that's his relationships. Obviously, he's unemployed, but he is a self-owned business. He has his fine furniture store in Bluewater Village, and that is currently level 6 I've got on my spreadsheet here. So he is doing well in that. But obviously, it's a bit tedious having to keep sending him like every other day because I don't want to spend all my time with his family at the business because obviously I want to spend time with the children as well. So I make Chico go every other day, basically, when we play the business part anyway. But otherwise, he's okay in that. He is an Aquarius, and his personality, he is outgoing, nice, active. He's okay on the fitness side of things. And then his interests, he's into politics, money, work, fashion, and school and sci-fi. He's got a hobby in arts and crafts. And his memories, I'm not going to go too much into these because they're pretty much all similar to like the base game Sims, but he remembers growing up fairly well. His father died, his mum died, and then he got married to Lisa. Obviously had Tessa soon after that, and then he started making his money. He remembers getting his business, moving into this home, teaching Camilla her skills mainly. And then they've obviously just recently had Edmund, and he's now got a Master of Sales badge, so he's doing well with his badges anyway. And then otherwise that's about it for him. His traits, I've given him the ambitious, born salesman, frugal, social butterfly, and he's a bit of a workaholic. So yeah. That is basically Chico, guys. I do think his relationship is probably going to diminish a little bit because he is always at work. He's got that born salesman trait and workaholic trait. So he likes to spend a lot of time at work, making money for his family. But I don't know whether Lisa would necessarily appreciate all of his time away from his family. But you know, as I keep saying, we'll just have to see what happens with this family. But usually Chico and Lisa are quite solid in my gameplays, so hopefully nothing happens. But if it does, then it does, guys. You know, it's just one of them things. But anyway, so that is Chico at the moment. Next sim we're going to be going over to is Lisa, and we'll see what she's all about. Okay guys, so this is my version of Lisa Ramirez, and I must say she is quite unique looking. I think some of this is down to my default replacements though as well, because she does have a little bit of a strange face, but I still think she's, you know, okay looking, I guess, but she's just very unique, let's just say that. But anyway, Lisa Ramirez is obviously the wife and the mother of the family. She is 40 years old in my game. Her birthday is the first day of winter, so she is the day before Chico is, and she is a family and secondary popularity sim in my game. I've given her the lifetime wish of wanting to marry off 6 children. I do think this suits Lisa quite well. She always seems to have a want to have loads of children anyway, even when she isn't a family sim. I think she's normally a knowledge sim, I want to say. But obviously with my secondary aspiration calculators, she has now changed that. But yeah, I think marrying off the 6 children is a good lifetime wish for her, just because obviously she's a family sim. She wants loads of children, and obviously she's, you know, getting on in age. She's 40 now. So she needs to start having more children. I mean, she's got 3 now, so she's only got 3 more to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Lisa because I always like playing her. I think she's an interesting sim. She's very nice, very doting with her family. And I like to play out the storyline with her and Chico probably having a bit of a drift from one another, just because obviously he works long hours and Lisa's at home most of the time with the children. So, as I said with Chico, we're just going to have to see how she takes to all this. But anyway. So her wants at the moment, she wants to throw a birthday party and watch Tessa grow up well. So it looks like Tessa's birthday soon then. Oh, probably not actually. She's the first day of spring, so I don't know. But anyway, so her relationships at the moment, she has got very good chemistry with her husband, obviously. She's best friends with her 2 daughters and obviously just recently had Edmund. She's got chemistry with Gilbert Jacquet, Stephen Tinker, and that's about it really. She doesn't really know many people. I think this is because she's quite isolated. She feels like she's always here with the children, so she doesn't really get out much, whereas Chico obviously meets people at work. So yeah. But she does have a job. She is in the intelligence career as a crime scene investigator. So she earns 40 simoleons an hour. I think I gave her part-time. That's why she's only doing 3 hours a day, pretty much. But, you know, this gives Lisa something to focus on as well. She's a very intelligent woman, so I do think the intelligence career suits her quite well. She's got various skills in cooking, cleaning, and she has a talent badge, bronze in sales, but otherwise she doesn't really have anything to do with the business. I don't really like to involve Lisa in the business side of things in this family, just because I don't think she's really interested in business. That's the impression I get from her anyway. She's a Capricorn. She is fairly neat and nice, and she's got good fitness. Her interest, she's into politics, animals, school, sci-fi, sport and work mainly. She has got a hobby. Let's have a look at the spreadsheet quickly. Her hobby's in tinkering, and she likes repairing things. So she's a bit of a handy sim, our Lisa is. And then her memories are fairly similar to Chico's, to be honest. She grew up quite well, apart from there when her dad died. But then she remembers meeting Chico, growing up well, and her mum died. And then she obviously got married, had Tessa, and then she had Camilla soon after that. She's got her kids into private school. And then obviously remembers Chico graduating at university, etc. And then they moved into this house. So yeah, she's doing quite well. Her traits, I've given her ambitious, family-oriented, good, frugal, and nurturing. So I do think she's nurturing. She's very doting, as I said before. So my storyline for her is basically going to be a housewife. She's not a housewife, but she's going to obviously spend a lot of her time at home looking after the children whilst they grow up, and then obviously having a bit of a rift with her husband at some point. But yeah, so that's basically Lisa, guys. This is her makeover I've given her. I've basically given her like a nice jumper and smart trouser set. She looks like a middle-aged woman, I like to say. But yeah, I think she's quite pretty with her outfit and makeover. So that's Lisa, guys. Now we're going to be moving on to the children, and we're going to be starting off with Tessa. So I'll be back with her in just a moment. Okay, guys, so this is my version of Tessa Ramirez. Tessa is a very beautiful child. I find her quite cute, actually. She's got a good mixture of her mum and dad in her, I think. But she does look a lot like her mum in the eyes, especially. But yeah, this is my version of Tessa, guys. She's currently 10 years old. Her birthday is the first day of spring, so she's got a while yet until we age her up. But yeah, she's not going to be long until she ages up to a teenager. But yeah, obviously we're going to play another couple of rounds with her before she ages up to a teen. But yeah. So Tessa, she has got the wants at the moment. She's very much into her art and music mainly. She wants to buy an easel, so we're going to save that want for her birthday, and then we'll get her parents to buy her an easel. She wants to grow up well. She wants to do her homework, and she wants to get an A+ report card. Her relationships at the moment, she's very good friends with her mum and her dad. She's quite good friends with the cat. She's like best friends with their cat Peggy. She doesn't really have relationships with her siblings yet, really. She's not really interested at the moment, but she's getting there with Camilla, particularly. Not Camilla, sorry, Edmund, particularly, which I find quite strange. Because she can't really interact with Edmund with him being a baby, but she probably just likes him better, I don't know. She's best friends with Bo Broke, so there's a potential little match we could do with these two if they, ever have feelings for one another. There's a potential match there, but she's also friends with this Lee Fancy towny kid, so she's got options, and she knows Hal Cap as well. So yeah, we'll just have to see who she's interested in, but she doesn't have very good relationship, with Tasha or Brandy Broke, surprisingly. But yeah, that's her relationships. So Tessa's obviously in private school. She is an A+ student already. But yeah, she's at private school. So her mum and dad thought her education was very important. So they managed to convince the headmaster to invite Tessa into private school. And obviously because she's at private school, she's going to have to pay a fee to go. So the the private school fee that I charge my Sims is 1,000 simoleons a week. So yeah, they're gonna have to work hard to obviously keep her in school, and obviously for families like this family, and also the Dreamers, because Dirk Dreamer's in private school as well, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. So they're gonna have to make sure that their simoleons are up to scratch, or they're either gonna have to take out a loan to pay it, or they get kicked out. So it's a very challenging situation for some of these families, but I like that about The Sims 2. It's always a challenge. You always have to try and challenge yourself with trying to meet these targets. So I like that rule for my game personally. She is an Aries. Her personality mainly, she's outgoing and she's pretty much down the middle with the rest of her traits. So she's not very sloppy or very lazy. She's pretty much in the middle. So yeah, her fitness is okay. And then her interest, she's mainly into politics, animals, sci-fi, weather, work, school and toys. She has got a hobby in music and dance. She particularly likes playing this keyboard mostly. But yeah, I think she's going to be a very musical sim when she gets older, so we might have her do that when she's a bit older. And then her memories, she remembers getting taught all of her toddler skills by her mum. She's been studying from her mum as well. She remembers her dad graduating from university. Remembers getting into private school and moving to Pleasant View, and then obviously fairly recent remembers Edmund joining the family and becoming best friends with the cat. Her traits, I've given her ambitious, genius, and virtuoso. She's a very smart kid, so I do think she would be a highly intelligent sim, just like her mum. And she's got big ideas, you know. She doesn't want to take over the family business, I don't think. She's more interested in pursuing a career in her music. So yeah, I don't really want to force her to, go down the salesman route. So I just don't think it's Tessa per se. But obviously we'll have to see what she wants to do as she gets older. But anyway, guys, that is Tessa for you. And now I'm just going to quickly just show you the other two children, but there's not a lot to them because they're fairly young. But Camilla up here, oh, where has she gone? Here she is. She's in a bit of a messy diaper at the moment, so she's a bit stinky. You can't really see her very well, but, oh, where has she gone? Here she is. Let me see if I can just get in a little bit closer. Just so, oh, where have I gone? I have no idea where I've gone. Where has she gone? Right, oh my God, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Where am I? Oh my God, I'm down here. Right, let me put the walls down just for a minute because that will help. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. Oh my God, that's not a very good angle at all, is it? Hang on. Sorry, guys, it's a little bit troublesome here. Trying to get a good look at her face mainly, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it because of the way that she is. But oh my God, this is so difficult to do. Right. Oh my God. Right. Anyway, right, I'm just going to show you it from here. I know it's not the greatest, guys. I do apologize, but this is Camilla. So Camilla has recently just turned into a toddler. She is currently, where's my spreadsheet? She is currently 3 years old. So she's going to be aging up to a child in another couple of rounds. She's just got once at the moment to learn nursery rhymes and enhance her skills. Relationships wise, she's obviously best friends with her mum and dad. She doesn't like Tessa, surprisingly. I think her and Tessa don't really get on very well. I'm sure that's probably a little bit of sibling rivalry there, but yeah, she's not the greatest with Tessa. She's got a -5 relationship with her, so yeah, I don't think she likes her older sister very much, but, you know, that's siblings for you. But she's okay with her younger brother, Edmund. Obviously doesn't really know him yet. And this is Edmund, guys. Oh, he's in his little cot at the moment. He's got brown hair, same as Camilla. And obviously he's really recently just been born, so he's not going to have a lot of stuff yet. And then a couple of Camilla's memories. Obviously, she's been taught all of her toddler skills now by her dad and her mum. And obviously remembers Edmund joining the family. Her hobbies in music and dance, just like her older sister's is. But yeah, we'll just have to see what sort of sim she turns out to be. My toddlers don't really have much of a life at the moment because obviously they don't have anything really to do apart from learn their skills and play on these toddler toys, really. But her personality, she is a Libra. She's very outgoing, quite nice, and quite sloppy. But I love looking at the personalities when they're like newborns because they are very different to obviously the base game Sims. But I'd say she's got quite a good personality, to be honest. So we'll have to see how she turns out. Then her interest is into entertainment, paranormal, toys mainly as well. But yeah, that is pretty much Camilla. And obviously we can't really look at Edmund's portrait or anything because obviously he's just a baby. But obviously he's just been born. He was born on the first day of summer, so he's going to be aging up not until like the end of this year. But yeah, that's him. And I've given Camilla traits in excitable and handy. So yeah, that's pretty much my Ramirez family, guys. So yeah, I have moved into Pleasant View, so they're going to be involved in the Pleasant View round, but I've obviously put them in Pleasant View. Well, I've introduced them, in the Bluewater Village video because they are from Bluewater Village originally, so I just thought it made sense to wait until we did this video to introduce them. But yeah, so that is this family, guys. The next family we're going to be introducing now is the Tinker family, who are actually in Bluewater Village. So I'm going to be going over there now, so I will be back when we're with them. Okay guys, so we have now returned to Bluewater Village, where we are going to be introducing the Tinker family. Now the Tinker family live in this house over here, but before we get into them, I just want to kind of say that I have renovated Bluewater Village in some way. I've moved various houses around the neighbourhood and also planted a few more community lots down, so that's probably why it looks a little bit different. But I just wanted to say that just in case you guys are wondering, why are they over here? Because originally I think they were over here. But they're over here now. But anyway, so the Tinker family is made up of Wanda, Stephen and their 3 children. Wanda and Stephen hoped their toy store would be in the family for generations to come, but their daughters seem to have other plans. Can Melody follow her own dreams and still keep her parents happy? So basically this family are, as it says there, a toy making business family. Particularly Stephen, he's interested in toys, and Wanda just loves children. She's a very family-oriented sim mainly, but both the parents want Melody, their oldest daughter, to get into the business, but Melody is not so keen on that. So that is pretty much their storyline at the moment. But they've had 2 new additions to their family. They've got twins Benjamin and Barbara, and they're toddlers at the moment, but I think they're going to be aging up pretty soon as well. But anyway, let's get into the family, guys, and I will talk a bit about their characters. Okay everybody, so I have returned now and we are at their house. I will say though, it doesn't look massively different, this house. I've basically tried to keep it how it was when we played our last Pleasant View series, because I did actually renovate this house on camera. So I've basically kept it the same as what it was in that series, so that's why it doesn't really look any different on the outside of the house really. But as we get into the inside of the house, I'll just show you really quickly. So on this top floor, you guys will probably remember that I had a bit of a meltdown with this landing area. But I have restored it to how it was when we redecorated it. So up here, we've got a little bit of an area where the telescope is looking out the window. We've got a family bathroom here, and then across the hallway we've got the kids nursery where Benjamin and Barbara are currently sleeping. And over here we have got Wanda and Stephen's room where they're both sleeping as well at the moment. But they're very much into their red and brown theme. And then over here we've got Melody's room where she's sleeping at the moment. She's very much a science nerdy teenager. But her room's looking a little bit more cluttered than what it was in the last time we saw this renovation. And then over here we've got her own little personal office where she's got a keyboard, her desk and everything like that. And then downstairs we have got a hallway where they've got a few toddler bits and high chairs for the younger children. Over here is their kitchen where they've got a couple of potties here, which is probably not the most hygienic of things, but I couldn't fit them anywhere else, so that's why they're down here. And then they've got another bathroom situated here. And then across here we've got their living room, the fireplace and everything. And then a dining room at the back. They don't have really much of a backyard. I did get rid of that the mini toy store at the back here, just because I want them to own their own business lot, which Stephen doesn't now have. But I've not done anything with it yet. So yeah, so that's basically where we are at the moment. But I'm going to take you through each of the characters, obviously. So we're going to be starting off with Stephen. I'll just get him up and then we'll have a quick look at him. Okay guys, so this is my version of Stephen Tinker. So a little bit about Stephen. So Stephen is obviously the founder and the husband of the family. He is 43 years old in my game. His birthday is the first day of winter, so he's not going to be aging up for a little bit yet. He's going to be aging up in 3 more days. He is a family and secondary pleasure sim in my game, and I've given him the lifetime wish of becoming a master toy maker. Basically, he wants to make over 300 toys, which obviously suits him quite well. He is a toy maker by heart. He likes making children happy by making all these toys, and he's wanting obviously to run a toy store. But other than that, I think that's a good role for him to achieve. His relationships, he has got a good relationship with his wife, Wanda, as well as all of his children. He's best friends with all of his children, pretty much. He's also friends with Chico Ramirez, who we saw not so long ago with his family. He's friends with Lola Curious and Buzz Grunt, which is quite surprising. I didn't think him and Buzz would have anything in common, but there you go. And then he just knows various other people in the neighbourhoods as well. He is actually in the politics career at the moment, and I've given him a different job just because at the moment I don't think I know he doesn't have the funds to be able to run his own toy business at the moment. He needs to get a bit more extra money from another job first until he is rich enough to run his own business. So that's why I've not given him, the self-employed role at the moment. So yeah, he is a level 1. He's a campaign worker in the politics career. He has got some skills in mechanical, body, logic and cleaning. He doesn't earn that much. He earns 150 simoleons a day. But he is planning on obviously building up his career at some point. He is a Capricorn. He is neat, playful and on the nicer end, but he's very shy and lazy. He's not got a very good fitness level. He's nearly chunky. His interests, he's mainly obviously into toys, sci-fi, work and entertainment mostly. He has got a hobby in tinkering, so this is going to help him massively with his toy making. So obviously that will help him at some point down the line. His memories, so they're pretty much the same as everyone else's. He remembers growing up fairly well. His dad died, got married to Wanda, and then his mum died, and then obviously had Melody. Melody was taught various skills. She grew up quite badly, actually. And then they've had the twins. Melody got a D. Oh dear, that's not good. But Melody is in private school. They managed to get her in, and he got a job in the meantime. And they've also adopted Miley. Sorry. Oh yeah, they don't have an animal. My bad. So yeah, that's his memories. And then his traits. I've given him ambitious, frugal, family-oriented, a hopeless romantic, and a social butterfly. So he's very much he's very much in love with his wife, Wanda, but he's also very family-oriented, but he also likes to earn a bit of money, and he's a bit ambitious with his store ideas. So that is basically Stephen. I've given him a little bit of a nerdy makeover, because I do think he looks like a typical middle-aged dad. He looks quite smart, sophisticated, but he likes to be a bit geeky, a little bit nerdy as well. So I've given him this as his everyday. And I've also obviously altered his hair. I've given him more of a textured, like Afro-style haircut. And he's got a bit of stubble as well. So yeah, that is basically Stephen. Stephen doesn't have a degree in anything, just to mention. He is very much a manual labour person. He's wanting to make his fortune with his own hands, basically. So that is Stephen, guys. Now we're going to be moving on to his wife, Wanda. So I'll be back with her in a moment. Okay, guys. So this is his wife, Wanda Tinker. And I must say, I'm quite happy with her makeover. She looks quite different. She's got a similar hairstyle to Lisa Ramirez, I've just noticed. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's probably why they have such high chemistry with each other's wives. But, why not, eh? So, anyway, back to Wanda. So, she is currently 38 years old in my game. Her birthday is the first day of winter. Her aspiration, she is a family and secondary fortune sim. And her lifetime wish is to graduate 3 children from college. So, basically, she has got her 3 children now, so that should be achievable for her to, to have. But obviously, I do think she's going to probably have more children down the line as well, because she is a family sim after all. So, it makes sense. But otherwise, she didn't go to university either. But her relationship, she's got good relationships with a lot of people, to be fair. All of her children, her husband, Oh dear, she's friends with Daniel Pleasant, guys. That's never a good sign. She has 3 bolts with Chico Ramirez. As I said, that's a bit strange, but there you go. She doesn't have an awful lot of relationships with different people, though, because obviously she's another stay-at-home mum, really. She's got a career in the culinary career. She's a dishwasher level 1, and I believe this is part-time as well for her. She is a mechanical mainly in her skills and cooking. She's got a silver talent badge in toy making, which I think is a little bit odd because she doesn't really have anything to do with the toy making. Oh, and he's got bronze, so I don't know if it was originally intended for both of these to run the store, but I don't particularly like having Wanda in that toy making business. She's obviously more focused on having a family, so I don't really involve her in the toy making side of things. But anyway, her memories, she is pretty much the same as Stephen, really. Had her children, grew up well, taught her children different skills. Her personality, she is another Capricorn. She is neat, playful and nice. Quite lazy though. She is interested in money, culture, crime, food, toys and animals. Her hobbies in cuisine, so she likes a lot of cooking. We might get her to do some cooking contests perhaps when we start playing this family. Give them a bit extra money. And then her traits, she is quite childish, family oriented, a hopeless romantic, nurturing and a social butterfly. So that's basically Wanda pretty much, guys. I've given her this makeover. She's got nice long cardigan on with a jeans and a nice top. But yeah, that's basically Wanda, everybody. Now I'm going to be taking you to our next sim, which is their daughter Melody. So I'll be back in a moment with her. Okay, everybody, so we are now back with their daughter Melody. Melody is a teenager, obviously. She was in the game originally as a teen, so we've not really missed out on much on her yet. But anyway, Melody is 14 years old. She's the same age as Alexander, who is her boyfriend. So she is a knowledge sim. She was a knowledge sim, I think, in the before I did her aspiration anyway. But she's a true knowledge sim. She's very smart, very intelligent young lady. She has got her studies by heart, so you know, hopefully we'll continue doing that for her. Her relationships, so she's good friends with her parents, not so much with her younger siblings though. She's more close to her younger brother Benjamin than what she is with her sister Barbara. Obviously she's with Alexander Goff. We established that in the Goff part of the Present View video. So yeah, her relationship with Alexander's very good at the moment. You know, they've got a good relationship on the go. They feel for each other quite strongly. They've got a lot of similarities with one another. But also to mention, she has got a lot of chemistry with Dirt Dreamer as well. And they are both quite similar as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with them two as well. But I think Dirk is a little bit older than Melody. So I don't know how that will play out. I don't think they will do anything with one another. But, you know, just never know. But she is very happy with Alex at the moment. She knows various other Sims in the neighbourhoods as well. So yeah, that is Melody's relationships. She is an A- student at the moment. She does want to become an overachiever, I believe. So she's only got her A- to get to an A+ to go on her education side of things. She is another sim that's in private school. So obviously her parents are going to have to come up with some money to pay for her to go to private school. So yeah, we're going to have to work for that for her. She has got a good creativity skill. She's nearly maxed that out, actually, which is quite handy. Oh, excuse me, guys. Which is quite handy for her. She's got no talent badges, but she does have a part-time job in the criminal career as a crime scene investigator level 3. So she's maxed out her job performance, which is good. Her personality, she is a Virgo. I forgot to say her birthday. Her birthday is day 3 of summer. So she's going to be aging up at the end of this year to 15 years old. She is quite neat and active. She's got good fitness, actually. And her interest, she's into politics, environment, paranormal, weather and travel. Her hobby is in nature. She's a very nature-loving sim. She likes all things to do with bird watching. I think that's her sub-hobby. But she also just likes gardening as well. I think she's very one with nature. And then her memories, she remembers recently going to study with Alexander, getting the top of her intelligence career and getting promoted. So yeah, she's doing very well. She's in love with Alex as well. So that's quite nice for her. And then her traits, I've given her ambitious, genius, shy, and socially awkward. So I've given her a socially awkward trait because I always find Melody a little bit of an introvert. Not that that's a bad thing, but I think when she's around like different people, she can be quite awkward with them. Like they always seem to have negative like reactions to like her speaking to them, and I kind of like say that that's her being a bit awkward with people. She doesn't really know how to communicate with a lot of people her own age. So yeah, I gave her that for that reason. She is painfully shy as well, so but she does get on with her boyfriend, obviously. Alexander's quite similar to her as well. So yeah, we'll have to see how she gets on with the whole university line. She does want to go to college, but as I said, I don't lock that in until they're over 16 years old. So whether she keeps that as part of her wants, I don't know. But usually she does go to college, so yeah. And then this is her makeover. I've given her some jeans, some boots and a sweatshirt. And then I've changed her hair as well and given her some glasses, more appropriate ones. So that is Melody, guys. And then I'm just going to quickly just take you over to the toddlers because obviously there's not really much we can do with them. So Barbara's over here. I think she's trying to get to her parents, but Barbara looks a lot like her mum. Obviously the twins are both 2 years old. I think, no, they're 4 years old. Okay, so they're going to be aging up this year, actually. So they are both, let me have a quick look. Yeah, they're both going to be aging up the second day of summer, these two. And they've got the want to grow up well and have various skill points, well, Barbara does anyway. Got good relationships with all of her family apart from her sister Melody. Obviously there's not really much to them. She's been taught all of her toddler skills by the looks of it, so she's going to grow up quite well. I've given her the trait of being brave and good. And then let's go over to Benjamin. So where's Benjamin gone? Oh, he's in bed asleep still. So this is Benjamin. So he has got the textured hair just like his dad. He actually looks like his dad a bit more than his mum. He wants to grow up well as well. And he's got good relationships, obviously, apart from Melody as well. And he's been taught all of his toddler skills as well. So he's going to grow up quite well. And then I've given him the excitable and lucky trait as well. So yeah, that is basically my Tinker family, guys. There's a lot of drama in this family. There tends to be. We'll have to see if Melody does get into college and whether they can actually afford to keep her in private school. But I am looking forward to trying helping these guys get a bit more money because they are very hardworking. So we'll just have to see how we get on with them. But anyway, guys, that is my Tinker family. The next family we're going to be going to, I believe, is the Landgrab family. So we'll go and have a look at Malcolm quickly. So I'll be there in just a moment. Okay, guys, I'm back in neighbourhood mode. And the next family we're going to be going over to is the Landgrab household. So the Landgrab household, I've moved over here. They are now on this side of Bluewater Village. So let's have a quick look. So Malcolm Landgrab, as you guys know, is a wealthy businessman. He owns a lot of businesses usually. But at the moment, he currently owns the electronics store and Club Dante. But I do like to play Malcolm Landgrab as like this, obviously this business district leader. And obviously the way I'm going to be playing my business districts is the Caps, I said in the last episode, are going to be owning like the business career in general. So at the moment, the head of the business industry is Consort Cap. And I'm going to be making Malcolm Landgrab the head of Bluewater Village District for the business side of things. So he takes all control of Bluewater Village's businesses. And as you can see, guys, he is still gay in my game. He is with Comey Tellerman, who was a townie in Pleasant View. But they've got married recently, so these two are now living together. So let me just read his bio really quickly. So ruthless, cunning, brilliant, ridiculously wealthy. These are just a few words the locals use to describe the Landgrab family, whose entrepreneurial ambitions can't be stopped by anything but their own mistakes. When you have this much money, you're your own worst enemy. So Obviously Malcolm is very rich. I have renovated his house to look more expensive. But yeah, so Malcolm is now married to Comey. Comey's moved in, and that's basically where I've left off with him, because I've not really done much with him, to be honest. I've just tried to obviously enhance his businesses a bit better, but otherwise I've not really done much. But anyway, let's get into the family, and I'll discuss a bit more about them both. Okay guys, so we are now in the land grab household, and as you can see, it looks very much different to how it was in the base game. I have spent a lot of time renovating this house, trying to make it look very like mansion-y type, but also as well adding a bit of art and deco into the theme of this house, because I do think Malcolm likes his decorations. He likes things looking smart, sophisticated, pretty much like the caps in Veronaville, to be honest. But anyway, so let's take you around a quick tour first. So this is the front of the house. We've got a garage up the side here where Malcolm and Comey have their cars. And then over here, we've given them like a little balcony where they've got a couple of hot tubs, a telescope and a few lounges and a bar. They've got their own backyard, which doesn't really have anything in it at the moment. And then as we go down into the house, so on the top floor here, it looks very marble, very clean, I want to say. But they've got their landing over here where there's a lot of statues, a lot of plants and various bits and pieces. But they've got a massive open landing. On this side of the house, we've got their own like little ensuite like bathroom area over here. I've kind of tried to do like a bit of a design where the bathroom is over on this side of the house. They've got their own little private wall there where they won't get disturbed. But they've also got a shower over here as well. And their toilet is over here. And then they've got their bedroom where they're currently sleeping, Malcolm and Comey's bedroom. They've got their own little fireplace in there. They've got a walk-in wardrobe, a TV, and a stereo setup over there as well. And then on this side of the house, we've got Malcolm's office. I've tried to make it, very expensive, very officey type look. They've got a foundation over here where his desk is, as well as a few chairs, some bookcases, and a little bit of a piano for him as well. And then that leads out to the balcony over here, where you can come and have a little look outside. This is just like a little off room. I don't really know what to do with it, but it leads out onto the balcony. So it's just a nice little space for him, I guess. And then downstairs, we have got a big open hallway through the entrance, and then on the side here they've got their own like little seating area and their kitchen at the back here. And then we've got a big dining room, fancy dining room over here as well. And then on this side of the house, we've got a big open living room space where it's very fancy looking, very posh, very classical, etc. And then at the back here, we have got a sauna where I've put in, obviously, near the swimming pool that he's got. And then he's got his own like little gymnasium at the front here as well. And yeah, that's basically it to do with our house. I think it's very nice. As I said, I spent a lot of time on it to make it look quite fancy, so I do like that for Malcolm. But anyway, let's get into talking a bit about these two and what they want to do now that they're married. Okay guys, so I have started off obviously with Malcolm, since he is the founder of this household. So Malcolm looks a little bit different. I fixed a little bit of his face using plastic surgery because he had a very low eyelid line, I think it was. But I've kind of like heightened that a little bit, so he looks a little bit more handsome, I guess. I don't know what to say about that, but anyway, I've also given him a different hairstyle, and I've given him his smart looking clothes that he usually wears. So I liked his look anyway. I didn't really want to change his look that much, so yeah. But anyway, a little bit now about Malcolm. So Malcolm is 35 years old. His birthday is the 3rd day of spring, so he's going to be aging up closer to this end of the year. He is a fortune and secondary romance, guys. So I think this is what he was in the last Pleasant View series that I did with him. So he's all about money, pretty much, with him being a businessman. He's very much interested in becoming like a proper empire with his business ambitions. He wants to make sure Consort Cap recognises him as a hard worker, and hopefully he will obviously impress the Caps that much that he will become like a business partner. I mean, he is in charge of Bluewater Village District, so he is happy about that. But yeah, so I've given him a lifetime wish of becoming a city planner, because obviously that coexists with the wanting to take over Bluewater Village. He wants to build up all these businesses in Bluewater Village. He wants to make the town thrive. So I thought giving him that lifetime wish would be quite, suited to him per se. He did go to university. Obviously, he's got a degree in business or economics, whatever it is. And then every other look some of his wants, guys. He wants to adopt a child, which I've looked in because I never see that want really. So I thought, yes, I'm going to have that opportunity to look that in. So yeah, he wants to adopt a child and he wants to get a promotion at his job. And then he wants to be friends with Julius as well, which is a bit weird, but hey ho. So his relationships, obviously he's got a very good relationship with his husband, Comey. He doesn't really have any friendships, so he just knows people. He's not the sort of person to have friends, I don't think. He's very much that sort of businessman where, don't make friends with anyone and keep your enemies close. Like, it's very much that sort of relationship he has with people. He obviously wants to have good working relationships with people, so it can help his own gain, really. But otherwise, that's pretty much his relationships with people at the moment. So I have given him a job in the architecture career because obviously that is how he will get his city planner goal that he wants to do. But he does still have his self-owned businesses. He has his electronics store and his Club Dante venue, which I do plan on obviously getting him to reach level 10 in them businesses as well. So yeah, he's a very busy man, Malcolm is. He's obviously very business oriented, so I like to keep that storyline for him. He's got various skills in mechanical, charisma and creativity. Badge wise, he has got a bronze in sales and a silver on the register. He has 260 simoleons a day at work. He is a Gemini. He is mostly outgoing and active in his personality. Got a good fitness level. And then his interests, he's into culture, fashion, work and animals and politics mainly. He's got a hobby in fitness, hence why all the gym equipment's downstairs. He likes to care about his appearance and everything, so And then his memories, he remembers obviously marrying Comey recently, had a good wedding, got his job and he's been promoted quite a few times in that. And then I've given his traits. He's very ambitious, frugal, grumpy. He can be mean-spirited with his work-related stuff, so that's why I've given him that. And he's obviously a workaholic, so I think that pretty much suits him quite well. Otherwise, guys, that is Malcolm. He's a very interesting sim. I think he's going to be interesting to play. But now that he's married to his husband, Comey, over here, I think he's probably going to have a bit of a softer touch to him potentially. But he's a secondary romance, guys, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him with that. But anyway, so that is him. Now we're going to be moving on to his newlywed husband, Comey. So I'll be back with him in just a moment. Okay, everybody, so we are now with Comey, his newlywed husband. So if you guys don't know who Comey is, he's actually a Pleasant View townie from the base game. And yeah, I wasn't planning on Malcolm marrying a townie, to be honest. I wanted him to actually get to know some of my other playable sims, but these two had a really good connection with one another. I think he came to one of Malcolm's owned lots and sold him some stuff. And they just got talking, and by they were like ACR in each other, and it was just obviously meant to be with these two. But yeah, so Comey is a little bit older than Malcolm. He is actually 37 years old. His birthday is the 2nd day of fall, so he's actually going to be aging up tomorrow. He is a fortune and secondary knowledge sim. And his lifetime wish, I think I've given him his own 5 top level businesses, just like Chico. So he is another business-driven person, and that's kind of how him and like Malcolm connect with one another. He is actually got his own store in Pleasant View. He owns the music store that I've built in the game. Otherwise, he's also got a want at the moment to adopt a child, so I'm definitely going to be doing that for these two. They want to be good dads. They want to obviously bring up their child in the business field as well, make them smart, you know, appreciate him or her, whoever they adopt. He wants to gain a skill point and he wants to play the piano. He didn't go to university. He's very much another sim who likes to work with their own hands. He is obviously got a good relationship with his husband and he's friends with various other people. He's friends with Orlando, 2 Orlandos actually. And he just knows various other people from obviously having his own business, and he's got a good hatred here for Gordon King, so I'm presuming that he's probably burgled them recently. His job, obviously he's unemployed, but he does have all these badges in his businesses that he's done. He's got a silver talent badge in registrar, flower arranging surprisingly, sales, restocking, and sewing. He's got a lot of talent badges and well done you, Comey. He's got skills mainly in creativity. And then he has got his Scorpio sim. He's very active and neat. He's got an okay fitness level. And his interests, he's into crime, culture, travel, and weather and animals, really. He's got a hobby in music and dance. He likes playing his piano. He's obviously got a music store business, so that's why he's got a hobby in that. He remembers, it says here he went to college, but I don't think he would have done personally. Obviously he's just got the general wants, like he's kissed a mystery sim, he quit his job in the law enforcement, met Malcolm, got him married to him, and that's basically where he's left off with them. And his traits I've given him: born salesman, frugal, lucky, neat, and a virtuoso. And then this is his makeover I've given him. I've made him look a bit smart, given him a different hairstyle because he had that long, awful hair. And I think he's okay looking. I wouldn't say he's the greatest looking of Sims, but he's definitely not the worst. Let's put it that way. But obviously Malcolm likes him, so, you know, it must be that. But anyway, guys, that is my land grab renovation and the Sims. So the next person we're going to be looking at is the Della Rosa family, and we're going to be joining Florence and her newlywed boyfriend, sorry. No, they're not married. Her boyfriend, Abhijit, who is another townie from Pleasant View, has just moved in with her. So let's go and have a little look at them, guys. I'll be back with them in just a moment. Okay, guys, so we're back in Bluewater Village now, and we're going to be heading over to the Della Rosa family, which is over here. So the Della Rosa family was originally made up of just Florence, but now she's got her boyfriend, Abhijit, who's moved in with her. So yeah, they are living together currently. And her bio says, looking for a way to say I love you? Look no further than Della Rosa Flowers. Florence's arrangements are almost as famous as her delicious pasta dishes. The secret of her sauce? Rose hips. So there you go. So Florence is quite a young sim. Obviously she's recently moved to Pleasant View. But otherwise she's doing okay. Did I say Pleasant View? I meant Bluewater Village. She's recently just moved to Bluewater Village, so she's still settling in kind of, but she's also now found a new person, Abhijit Della Pease. I don't know how you say his name. But yeah, so she is now with him. So let's get into their household and see what they're all about, basically. So I'll be back with them in just a moment. Okay, guys, so I have returned with the Della Rosa family. So I have not actually renovated this lot, just want to make that clear. I've not going to, because I am planning to move these two out of here and going into a different household. So yeah, I've not done much with the house, so I'm not going to bother really showing you around because it just is the base game version. But let me take you into these two characters really quickly. So I'll get them up, guys, and we will start with Florence. Okay, everybody, so this is my version of Florence Della Rosa. As I said, she looks quite young. I believe she's not that old at all, actually. So in my game, Florence is 25 years old. So as I said, she's still fairly young. Her birthday is the second day of winter, and she is a pleasure / secondary romance sim. So yeah, she is a little bit of a grafter. She is obviously a florist, sorry. And her lifetime wish I've actually given her is to make 300 flower arrangements. So she wants to master that lifetime wish basically. So yeah, she is basically, she's a bit of an odd sim really. I don't really have much to do with Florence when I play The Sims. I don't really necessarily know what to do with her. I mean, I could obviously have her run her florist store and, make that a success. But otherwise, I never know what to do with her. I kind of find her a boring sim to play, to be honest. But I don't know, probably in this version, I might go down the storyline of her obviously moving in with Abhijit, which she already is. And then probably have like 1 or 2 kids with him. But otherwise, I don't really know what else to do with her. So if you guys have any ideas, leave some suggestions in the comments below. But yeah, she's a bit of a tricky one. I never know what to do with her really, but yeah. So anyway, going back to Florence, so her relationship, she has no degree. She has obviously got good chemistry with a lot of Sims in this playthrough. So obviously she's with Abhijit, but she's also got chemistry with this townie, Brandon Lillard. She's got chemistry with Darren Dreamer, Mortimer, Chico, Gilbert, and Stephen Tinker. So she has got a lot of chemistry with different Sims. So maybe we could even go down the route of her being like a little bit of a cheat and having like dates with all these Sims behind Abhijit's back. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think I should do with Florence. But anyway, so Florence is obviously unemployed because she runs her florist store. And she's doing quite well. She's got 21,000 simoleons in her bank account. So she is quite well off. But otherwise, she doesn't really have a lot going on for her. She's got a cooking skill and creativity. She's got various talent badges. She's got a silver in being on the register. She's got a bronze flower arranging badge, a blonde sales badge, and a bronze restocking badge as well. Her personality, she's an Aquarius. Her birthday is actually the 2nd day of winter, I want to say. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, the 2nd day of winter. Her personality, she is quite outgoing, playful and nice, and she's okay in her fitness. Her interests are mainly culture, entertainment, fashion and food. And she's got a hobby in nature. And her memories are pretty much like everyone else's, to be honest. She remembers moving in here, starting her business, meeting Abhijit, having all the romance once, and she's fallen in love with him recently. And then her traits, she's an animal lover, a bookworm, a green thumb, loves the outdoors, and she's actually given her vegetarian. So, it makes sense for her, I think. She's very much a nature-loving and flower-loving person, as it's what describes her, really, in her bio and everything. So this is my makeover of Florence. I've given her a floral dress and given her some plaits. I think she's very girly girl, so I think she would look quite girly. So yeah, that is my version of Florence, everybody. And then I'm going to introduce you quickly to her boyfriend, Abhijit. Okay, guys, so this is finally her boyfriend, Abhijit. He is a very interesting looking sim, I must say. But Abhijit, he is a little bit older than Florence. He's 29. His birthday is the 2nd day of spring. He is actually a primary romance and a secondary knowledge sim. And his lifetime wish at the moment is to become a hospital chief of staff. So he is actually in the medical career. He's a surgeon level 8. He's doing fairly well for himself in his career. That's probably why I've got so many simoleons, actually, because he's a surgeon. But he's got a good skill mix. He's got quite high mechanical, logic, and cleaning skill. Badges wise, he's got bronze register and flower arranging. He's got a gold restocking. So it looks like he's helped out Florence quite well in her business at the moment whilst he's at home. His personality, he is a Taurus. He's quite playful in his personality and okay fitness. His interests are mainly in fashion, animals, work, and entertainment. He's got a hobby in games. He likes playing his poker mainly, I think. And then his memories, he remembers going to college, moving out, meeting Florence, falling in love with her, etc. And then his traits, he's childish, excitable, flirty, loves the outdoors, and a workaholic. And then his relationship. So obviously he's with Florence at the moment, but He doesn't actually know really many people, considering he's meant to be a romance sim. But I don't know if that's him wanting to be romantic just towards Florence. But yeah, let me just show you his outfit really quickly because I just realised he's in his pyjamas. There we go. So I've given him this look. He's got some shorts, a like shirt and a little like jacket over the top. And I've given him some textured hair, but otherwise that is Abhijit. Not really a lot going for him at the moment. He's got a want here to have two loves at once, so he does actually want to have an affair. So yeah, we'll have to see if we can probably create a bit of a storyline with like the breakdown of their relationship potentially. Who knows at this point. But as I say, guys, please leave me some comments if you have any ideas of what to do with this family, because I'm a bit clueless, I'll be honest. But I do want to include them in the storyline, but I just don't really know what to do with them. So please let me know. But anyway, guys, that is the Della Rosa household. And then we're going to be moving on to the Jacquet family in the next family. So please bear with me whilst I load them up. Okay, guys, so we're going to be moving on to our final family of Bluewater Village, and that is no other than the Jacquet family. So the Jacquet family are now over here, and they're supposed to be a French family. They owned a bakery, and it's basically made up of Denise and her son Gilbert. And now Gilbert is actually married to Jill over here, who is a townie in Bluewater Village. And she actually worked for them in that old bakery. So that's how they met. And now Gilbert is obviously married to him, and now they've got a little daughter called Indy. So the bio for this family is the Jacquets left everything they had behind and tried to build a new life in Bluewater Village. Will they go from rags to riches and create a healthy franchise system that goes public? Or will they fail and watch their dreams crumble like a week-old croissant? I love saying it in that accent, croissant. But anyway, so, and not really a lot has happened, to be honest. I mean, obviously they've had a child and they got married, but I've actually had Denise open up her own bakery, because originally it was this horrible building down here, the J'adore Bakery, but I've actually got Denise to open up a bakery in Pleasant View. So I'm focusing that on her at the moment, and then these guys are just having a bit of a family life together, so it's quite sweet. Anyway, let's get into the household and I'll introduce you to all the characters. Okay, everybody, so we are now in the Jacquet household, and as you can see, it looks a bit different to how it was before. So I have renovated this lot as all the other lots, really. I've given them a car here. This is Gilbert's car. I've fenced off some of this flower arranging stuff over here because there was just loads of flowers and I didn't particularly like it that much. But as we go down into the house, so on the top floor here, we have got Gilbert and his wife, Jill. This is Gilbert's bedroom. They've got their own little privacy up here in their own room. I have made a couple of rooms here. So they've got a bathroom over here, and they've got Indy's own little nursery room over here as well. And then they've just got like a chest table, a seating area, and a bookcase as well for the landing. Then downstairs, we've got a living room over here where there's no TV or anything. I like to imagine this is Denise's house and they're saving up to move out. So that's the storyline I kind of go by with this family. And then they've got another bathroom over here. And then Denise is over here in her own room. And then there's the kitchen and dining room over here as well, which Denise spends most of her time in here. She likes cooking, obviously, so, you know, it's part of her storyline. But that is basically the house, guys. Now I'm going to introduce you to some of the characters, and we are actually going to be starting with Denise. So let me just wake them all up and I'll tell you a bit about all these characters. Okay, guys, so we're going to be starting off with Denise, who is obviously the founder of the household and the mum of Gilbert. So Denise in my game, she is currently 65 years old. Her birthday is the 2nd day of spring. Oh, I've just realised the days are wrong. I need to backtrack that a day. But yeah, she's the 2nd day of spring, and she is a family and secondary fortune, and her lifetime wish is to have 6 grandchildren. So she's already had the one. Indy has only recently just been born, so she's happy that she's got her grandchild, but she does want another one, as you can see here. So I'm going to get that one in there. Actually, I'm going to keep that locked because she wants to marry a rich sim. So she decided that she wants to marry again. She's quite lonely and she wants that companion with her, I guess. But otherwise, let's have a bit look into her personality a bit more. So her relationship. So she's good friends with her son and her daughter-in-law, Jill. She's nearly friends with her granddaughter, Indy. And then she's got chemistry with Darren Dreamer, Stephen Tinker, and she knows various other Sims as well. She's unemployed, but obviously she's got her own business in Pleasant View. Sorry, she's a bakery owner. So she's got her own little bakery in Pleasant View that she's focusing on really at the moment. She's got very good cooking skill, logic, and creativity. She's got a sales badge as well. She is a Scorpio, so she's mostly neat and active. She's on the chunky side, bless her. And then her interest, she's into politics, money, food, school and work. Her hobbies in cuisine, she's already got one enthusiasm point for that. And then her memories, so she remembers obviously Gilbert getting married and, they're having a baby, they've had a child recently. And then her traits, I've given her family oriented, she's a gatherer, green thumb, natural cook, and a neat sim. So that's basically Denise, to be honest. I don't really like to do a lot with Denise, apart from obviously running her bakery, because she is an old sim, so she doesn't have that long left, and potentially she might give her business to Gilbert when she passes, but otherwise, that's what's going for her, really. I've given her this makeover. She's got a nice dress on, and I've clipped her hair back and given her some custom content wrinkles to make her look her age. But yeah, that's basically Denise, guys. So now we're going to go on to her son, Gilbert, and see what he's all about. Okay, guys, so this is Gilbert. This is Denise's one and only child. So Gilbert is looking a bit rebel-like, I think. He's got a nice little beanie hat on. He's into his sport and everything. So he's your typical young lad, really, I think. So Gilbert is 26 years old in my game. His birthday is the first day of fall, so it's actually his birthday today. So technically he's 27. He is a pleasure and secondary romance sim. His lifetime wish I've given him is to become a visionary level 10. Oh, I forgot to tell you Denise's actually. Oh, no, I didn't. She wanted 6 grandchildren, didn't she? My bad. So yeah, he wants to become a visionary. He's very much into his art, and that is actually his career. He is a level 2 street carriage. I can't even read what that says. My pronunciation of these words is terrible. But yeah, so he's in the art career. He's a level 2. He's got various skills in cooking, mechanical and charisma and creativity. So his relationships, he is still got a crush on this townie Marie Gray. But I don't consider that as cheating, because obviously Marie was one of the women that he did have a crush on at the start of the game when you start playing this family. And he's had no wants for her since, so I've not pursued it. And he had more wants for his wife Jill, so I made him marry her and have a good relationship with her, basically. So yeah, he's got a strong relationship with his wife and his mum. Obviously, he's nearly friends with his daughter, Indy. He's best friends with Darren Dreamer, and he knows various other Sims in the neighbourhoods as well. He is a Libra. He is outgoing and nice, got an okay fitness level. His interests are mainly food, travel, and culture. He has got a hobby in art, obviously, I want to say. Yeah, and he likes painting. So he's going to be focusing on that as he progresses through his career. And then his memories, he remembers obviously meeting Jill, woohooing her, having dates, proposing and getting married and having Indy. And then his traits, he is an artistic sim, a couch potato, a daredevil, great kisser and a party animal. So with him obviously being a secondary romance sim, there's obviously potential for him to have affairs with different women, etc. in the town. But he's had no wants really to do that, so I've not pursued with it. He does want to go on a date, but unless he specifies which sim he wants to go on a date with, I don't have him go with anyone else apart from Jill. So kind of makes sense really. And as you can see, he wants to flirt with Jill, so he's all about Jill at the moment, which is kind of sweet. But this is my makeover I've given him. I've given him some khaki shorts, a jacket and a top as well with a little beanie hat. Because I do think he still feels like he's quite young, so he wants to enjoy life as well, as you can see here. But yeah, that is Gilbert, guys. And now I'm going to quickly go on to his wife, Jill, and we'll see what she's all about. Okay, guys, so we've now moved on to Gilbert's wife, Jill. And Jill is another townie that came with Bluewater Village. She was one of the colleagues that worked for the JK family in their old bakery. So I thought, you know what? Let's try and get these two some sort of relationship, because they had a crush on each other anyway, and Gilbert had a load of wants for Jill specifically. So I had these two get together, and they've been inseparable ever since. So Jill is actually quite young. She's 23 years old. Her birthday's the 3rd day of fall, so they're all in fall, these guys' birthdays are. So we have a lot of parties in the first round for these guys. She's a popularity and secondary fortune sim. Her lifetime wish is to become a Hall of Famer. So she has actually got a job in the athletic career. She's very sporty, very fit, and she wants to make it big in the sports career. So I've given her that want for that. So her current wants are, she wants to make 3 best friends at the moment, so I've locked that in for her. She's a level 2. She's a minor leaguer in the athletic career. She's got a good cooking, logic and creativity skill mainly. She's got talent badges in on the register, sales and restocking. Her personality, she is a Sagittarius. She is very active and playful, got a good fitness level. Her interests are in money, entertainment and fashion and work. And her hobby is in sport, obviously. So she enjoys doing all sporty things. And then as you can see here, she's got her memories of marrying Gilbert, having a baby. Now, interestingly enough, guys, they have got a genie lamp. It's in Gilbert's inventory. I want to say, or is it in Denise's? I can't remember where it is. Oh, what have I done with it? What have I done with it? They did have a genie lamp here. Where has it gone? Oh, it's here. So interestingly enough, they have got the genie lamp, and I do want to try and resurrect Denise's husband, because obviously she wants to marry again, and you know, I think it'd be quite interesting to resurrect him. Really, because I don't really know hardly anything about him, but he was a chef, so it might be interesting to bring him back and see if you know, we can create a storyline with that as well. But we'll just have to see. But let me know what you guys think as well, obviously, because it is about the gameplay for you guys mainly. But anyway, so that is Jill at the moment. Her traits are athletic, workaholic, frugal, virtuoso, and she's a bit of a diva as well. She's a little bit of a troublemaker. So yeah, and this is her makeover. I've given her jeans and a top, and I've had her hair down with some makeup as well. And then I'll just quickly show you Indy, their little daughter. So here she is. She's in the cart. She's got red hair. I believe Denise had red hair. That's why she's got her hair colour from. But yeah, she is not even 1 year old yet. She's just been born. So her birthday's the 2nd day of summer. And she's going to be aging up at the end of the year to 1 year old. So that's going to be quite sweet. So yeah, that is the JK household, guys. Let me know what you think, and obviously give me any suggestions that you have for this family as well. I'm always interested in what you guys think. So that is our Bluewater Village families up to scratch. Now we're going to be heading over to downtown, where we will meet the rest of the households we've not yet seen. So yeah, I'll be back in downtown in just a moment, guys. Okay guys, I am back and now we are in downtown. So I've only got 2 families in downtown, one of these being the singles household from Strangetown and the other being Kent Cap from Veronaville. Now obviously as my sims start to like emigrate and mix in with one another, we will be moving a lot more people into downtown. Because I do like to build up this to be like a proper city where like young sims go to get like apartments, renting houses, etc. But yeah, so anyway, this is my downtown, guys. I actually downloaded this off a website off Google, I believe. It's a renovated version of Downtown. I have not made this, obviously, but a lot of good work has gone into this by a simmer called Kitty. I'm not too sure what her name is, but if you type in renovated version of Downtown, it will come up. And yeah, there's a CC version or there's a CC free version, and I've got the CC free version. But yeah, so I quite like this neighbourhood. Obviously it's a lot more going on than what the base game Downtown was, but yeah. So first of all, let's go and meet the single family. I've just realised that their seasons are wrong. Sorry guys, bear with me one momento while I change that really quickly. There we go. So yeah, so we're going to be starting off with the singles. So in the singles, obviously we know that there is 4 Sims, young Sims really, that have all finished college together. Well, that's the storyline I like to go down. They've all finished college together and they've decided all to move into each, all move in together to save on rent and everything like that. So their bio is, has there ever been a group of roommates so different from one another? As if living in Strangetown isn't hard enough, will these girls be able to accept their differences and be friends? Or will the tension tear the house apart? So, to be honest, there is a lot of drama that does go on in this household because I think it's Chloe and Erin who don't get on. So if you guys never heard of any of these Sims, so these 2 twin aliens here are the other biological daughters of Polynesian Technician number 9 in Strangetown. And then these 2 girls, Erin Loss, oh my god, my head right now. Kristen Loss is another Strangetown random girl that's just in Strangetown, and Erin Beaker is a sister of Loki Beaker. So all these girls are the same age pretty much, and they all went to college together, and now they've just finished, and now they've all moved in together to try and save money on rent and everything. And then we've got a little addition here, Yasmin Curious, who is actually Chloe Curious's baby that she's just had. So yeah, but yeah, some of these girls don't get on. I think it's Chloe and Chloe and Erin that don't get on. They're just very different, and Chloe's a bit of a bully really. She doesn't get on with many people. But anyway, let's get into the singles household and I'll tell you a bit more about them. Okay everybody, so we are now in the singles household, and what I've basically done is I've renovated this lot to look like these girls have rented this house and have kind of made it like their own little space, which is quite fun. So at the front here, we've got a double garage that's part of the house, and we've got Lola and Kristen who have got their cars in these garages. Quite big, quite spacious. But let's start at the top floor. So right on the top floor, we've got all the bedrooms. So at the front here, we have got Chloe's room, which obviously she shares with her daughter Yasmin over here. And then she's got her own little ensuite bathroom, which has got a bottle station in there for Yasmin as well. Then over here we have got Kristen's room, which is all pink themed and a bit like a teenage girl sort of room really. She's they're still quite young, so I don't mind that so much. Then over here there's a bathroom where the girls share in between these 2 rooms basically. And then over here we have got Erin and Lola's room that they share together. These 2 get on quite well, so I thought I'd pair them up to share a room together. And then downstairs on the technically the first floor, we've got an open living space which has got a lot of junk in it really, but they've got a nice TV set up over here, sofas, a computer desk, bookcases. They've got half a toilet down here, and then they've got a dining room set up in this room over here. Then they've got the main entranceway, which is through the kitchen over here, and then they've got like a balcony setting where they've got a hot tub, a bar, a telescope which has got some stairs leading down to the back entrance of the garden. And then downstairs is a bit fun. So they've got their own little mini nightclub set up on the ground floor. Now I've put this in place because I know Chloe particularly likes to have a lot of parties. She likes to she wants to run her own bar potentially. So I've given them a downstairs little mini nightclub setup. And they're all young girls, so it's a chance for them to live their lives partying for a little bit and kick back and relax. So I thought that was quite fun to do, and they've already had 1 or 2 parties already down here, and it is quite fun actually. So I'm quite glad I put that in. And then obviously we've got the back garage over here as well. So that is their house, guys. Now I'm going to get into a bit of introducing my ladies as well. And the first person we're going to start with is Erin Beaker. So I'll be back with her in just a moment. Okay, guys, we are here with my version of Erin Beaker. And she's really pretty, I must say. I do like Erin. She's probably one of the most gorgeous Sims in Strange Town when you first start playing her, in my opinion, anyway. So Erin is 22 years old in my game. Her birthday is the first day of spring, and she is a pleasure, primary, and secondary romance sim. Now, Erin has always been a culinary person for me, so I've given her the lifetime wish of becoming a level 10 celebrity chef. She loves cooking. She's all about cooking. She wants to make it big in downtown in particular because that's where all like the famous restaurants and that are. So she wants to focus her attention on that mainly. But yeah, her wants at the moment, she's got loads of wants to ask Sims on dates. She's a bit of a little bit of a player, our Erin is, bless her. But you know, that's all fine. So from her relationships, as you can see, she doesn't have the greatest relationship with Chloe Curious, who lives with her. But it was much worse than this when we first started playing. So, yeah, she is trying to make somewhat of amends, I think, at the minute, but it's still not great. She's friends with Kristen, and she's nearly friends with Lola. So she gets on well with the other two girls in the household. And obviously, Yasmin, Chloe's daughter, they're all besotted with her because she's so sweet. But yeah. So she's currently got 2 crushes on these men at the moment. These are both townies in downtown. We've got Merlin and we've got Brandon Lillard, who's actually a townie from Pleasantview, actually. And looks like she's more into this Merlin chap over here. And then she knows various other people in the neighbourhood as well. But that's all she really knows at the moment. She's actually in the paranormal career. I've put her in a paranormal career because her personal bio was like she's a bit psychic. So I thought, hey, that'd be quite fun to do for a little while. And then she'd probably have like a little thought down the line of her becoming a chef because obviously that's her hobby as well, cooking is. So, you know. But she's liking becoming a hypnotist at the moment. She's level 4 in the paranormal career. She's doing quite well with that. So yeah, she's got various skills. She's got cooking, charisma, creativity and cleaning. She has no talent badges. And then her personality, she is an Aries. She's playful and nice, mainly. She's okay fitness. Her interests are mainly money, culture, food, animals and sci-fi. We know that her hobby's in cuisine. And then some of her memories. So since we started playing her, she's just grown up into an adult, moved out and moved into this house with the rest of her mates. Got a job in the paranormal career, and obviously just remembering dating these guys that we've seen in her relationship panel, so not too much really. Her trait, she's an animal lover, artistic, genius, a natural cook and a virtuoso. And then this is just what I've given her. She's a little bit sporty. She's like popular girl sort of vibes right now. But I think it suits quite well. She loves pink, obviously. And yeah, she cares about her health and her fitness. So why not? So that is Erin, guys. Next we're going to be looking at is Kristen, who is a bit of a different sim as well. So I will be back with Kristen in a moment. Okay, everybody, so this is Kristen Loss, who is another girl in the household. So Kristen is currently, how old is Kristen? She's 22 years old as well. Her birthday is the second day of spring, and she is a popularity and secondary fortune sim. Her lifetime wish at the moment is to earn 10,000 simoleons as a personal fitness trainer. So Kristen is very much into her sport. She likes fitness. She likes to keep healthy and fit. And, you know, sport is basically what she loves, and she loved about it growing up as well. So her wants at the moment, she wants to be best friends with Jill from Bluewater Village. She wants to go to work. She wants to gain a skill point. So she's all about career progression mainly. Her relationship, she's friends with Lola and Erin, sorry. Not too keen on Chloe, really. Not a shock, really. She's got a romantic relationship with AJ at the moment, who we met in Strange Town, and she knows various other Sims as well. She is in the athletic career. She is a starter level 4. So she's doing okay. She's got skills mainly in charisma, body, creativity, and cleaning. She's got no talent badges yet. And then her personality, she's a Taurus. She is active and nice mainly. She is max body skills, so she's quite fit with her fitness. Her interests are mainly health, politics, crime, sports, work, and environment. Her hobby is actually arts and crafts, believe it or not. I might change that to fitness, though, to be fair, because it seems a bit better suit. And then she obviously remembers moving into this household, going on a date with AJ, falling in love with him, and getting various job performance memories as well. Her traits are athletic, frugal, grumpy, irresistible, and a vegetarian, which I think suit her quite well. And this is the makeover I've given her. I've loved the custom hair of Kristen. I think it's absolutely gorgeous on her. But I've given her like a dress with booties and this pink hair in her brown hair, which I think suits her really well. So yeah, that's pretty much Kristen, guys. I'm hoping Kristen's probably going to be one of these first girls to move out of this house, because I do see her progressing quite well in this Let's Play, and you know, she would want better for herself to live with a group of girls. So you know, I think she's going to be the one to be the most successful out of these lot at the moment, but obviously we'll have to see how she goes. But anyway, so next sim we're going to go to is the first of the alien twins, and it's going to be Chloe. So I'll be back with Chloe in just a moment. Okay, everybody, so we are now with Chloe Curious, and isn't she delightful? So yeah, she's one of the alien twins from Strangetown, and she's very much a bully, a punk rock person, and a little bit of a rebel. So I've kind of given her that look as part of her. She's very much into heavy metal music. She loves her nightclub theme that she goes for with parties, etc. She's certainly very different to the rest of the girls in the house, let's put it that way. So Chloe is actually one of the youngest people. She's 21. Her birthday and Lola's birthday is the third day of fall. She is a primary romance and secondary pleasure. Her lifetime wish at the moment is to have 50 dream dates. So she's very much similar to how she was in the primary Sims 2 game. She's a romance sim purely by heart. And she's a secondary pleasure, so she likes going on dates. She likes, you know, chilling out, playing games, you know, all that malark. So she causes quite a bit of drama, Chloe does, in the household and anywhere she goes, really. As you can see, she doesn't have that many great relationships with people. She's a -9/9 with Erin, and she's okay with her sister and her daughter, but otherwise the rest of her relationships are quite bad, really. She has got a thing with this Sullivan NJ, who is the father of Yasmin, and but she's not really had much to do with him since she's given birth to Yasmin. So kind of like a one night stand sort of birth, really. But I think there's going to be many more of them to come in this Let's Play, let's just say that. So yeah, she's not in love with this guy. She's just got a crush on him, went on a date with him, and she accidentally got pregnant and had Yasmin as a result of it. Otherwise, yeah, not friends with anyone at all, really, apart from him. She is in the slacker career. She is a level 4 record store clerk. She's got points in charisma, body, creativity, no talent badges yet. And then her personality, she is a Sagittarius. She's outgoing, playful mainly. Interests are money, environment, culture, fashion, weather, animals and toys. Her hobbies in music and dance, she's got quite a lot of enthusiastic points with that. I don't think she'll be far off getting the secret hobby lot for that one. And then, as you can see here, she is got memories of her family growing up well, Pascal being abducted by aliens, because Pascal's technically her half-brother. I want to say half-brother. Yeah, half-brother. Obviously she remembers going on a date with Sullivan and they woohooing, and then obviously she's recently just had Jasmine. So yeah, her traits, she's a couch potato, a diva, flirty, hot-headed and irresistible. And Chloe is pretty much a layabout. She doesn't really want to do a lot. So I think she's probably going to be ending up having this house when everyone else moves out. So it's just going to be like a little mini bachelorette pad for her, I reckon. And then she's also going to be having a few children, probably out of wedlock, potentially. But we'll just have to see what happens with her. But I like Chloe. I think she's very rebellious, and I like rebellious Sims in my game. And they cause a lot of trouble, a lot of drama. And, you know, that's what makes the game. That's what makes all the fun, right? But anyway, guys, that is Chloe. And then we're going to be moving on to her twin sister, Lola. So I'll be back with her in just a moment. Okay, everybody, so we are back with Chloe's twin sister, Lola. So Lola is very different to her sister, it's safe to say. So Lola is obviously the same age as Chloe, 21 years old. She is a popularity and primary pleasure. And her lifetime wish at the moment is to have 20 best friends. She's all about wanting to be nice to people, wanting to be friends with everyone, and, you know, making herself more popular than what she's ever been, really. She's wanting to be mayor, I believe. I think she's in the politic career or the law career. She's in the politics, yeah. So she wants to get her name out there. She wants to be friends with everyone, make sure everyone is likes her, so she would be a good mayor, etc. So I definitely think she is one that's going to be interesting to play as well. Her wants at the moment, she just wants to go on a date. She wants to phone her friend Ivy over, have a skill point, etc. And her relationship, she's got a couple of friends. She's got Kristen, Stephen Tinker, this Townie Tyler, and then she knows obviously various other people as well. As I said, she's in the politics career. She's a level 5 council city member. She's got skills in cooking, charisma, logic, creativity and cleaning. And her personality, she's also Sagittarius. She's outgoing and nice mainly. And her interest is into politics, environment, culture, fashion and work. Her hobby is nature. She's very much a nature-driven sim. She likes everything to do with eco-friendly, wanting the best for the world, etc. And obviously her memories reflect pretty much the same as what Chloe's do. And then her traits, I've given her charisma, genius, perfectionist, social butterfly and a workaholic, which I think are very good traits for her. Her outfit, I've given her like this cute little jeans and top set. She likes the colour green. So, yeah, I think she looks pretty good, to be honest, bless her. So yeah, that is basically all the girls. I'll quickly just shadow over Yasmin over here, just to get you guys to have a quick look at her. So obviously this is Chloe's baby. She's got Chloe's alien eyes, but she mainly looks like her dad with the skin tone, the hair colour, etc. So she's going to be an interesting looking sim. She's obviously just been born, so her birthday is the 3rd day of summer, sorry. So she's not going to be aging up till the end of this sim year. But it's going to be interesting to look after her. I think she's going to be a very interesting young lady indeed. But anyway, guys, that is my singles household. I'm looking forward to playing them very much. And then we're going to come on to our last household of this video and this introductory part of the series. And we're going to be going over to our last CAP member, Kent. So I'll be back with him in just a moment. Okay, guys, we are back in downtown and we're going to be visiting our last family, which is Kent. So Kent doesn't have a bio because technically he was in the cat family with Regan and Cornwall. But I will do him a bio before we start playing him, so don't worry. But anyway, Kent mainly, he's on his own at the minute. He moved out of his sister's house because obviously of the tension he was having with Cornwall. They did not get on one little bit, and now he has moved to downtown to try and pursue something for himself. He's pretty much casted as the black sheep of the family. He is very different to his family. He doesn't necessarily want to argue with any of the Monties or anything like that. He's pretty neutral to the situation. So it's going to be interesting to see what he decides he wants for himself. But anyway, so let's get into his house and I will introduce him a little bit better. Okay, guys, we are now with Kent and his household. So, as I say, Kent is all by his lonesome at the moment. He's recently just moved to downtown. He's been able to purchase this townhouse, which is similar to the singles, but a little bit different on the inside. Let me take you through really quickly. So on the top floor, we have got a landing area where that is not supposed to be there. 1 minute. Oh, why can't I delete it? Oh my god, really? That is actually quite... I'll sort it later. So yeah, this is a landing where Kent can come and watch some telly, have a little sit down. Over here's his own little mini gym that he's got, and then off that is his bedroom, and then an office and a bathroom over here. And then downstairs we have got a lovely entranceway with a couple of chairs. He's got his own little dining room bit over here with a chess table, keyboard, a little mini kitchen at the back here. And then he's got a half a bathroom over here as well. And then on the outside we've got a hot tub. And a garage as well, where he has got his car parked. So that is the house. Now let's get into a bit about Kent himself. So where are you, Kent? Where have you gone? He's here somewhere. Here he is. Let's put his clothes back on. There we go, Kent. So this is my version of Kent, guys. He's a little bit nerdy looking. He's looking out the window right now thinking, what is my day going to bring me, etc. But anyway, so Kent Cap. He is 20 years old, guys. So he is actually the youngest cat out of all of Consort's children. His birthday is the second day of winter. He is a pleasure sim, primary and a secondary family. And his lifetime wish at the moment is to become hospital chief, reach maximum long-term aspiration, sorry. I don't know why I said that. So at the moment he has wants to stay at home from work. He wants to have his very first kiss with someone. Also worth noting, guys, that Kent is gay in my version, and I've not been able to find him a partner as of yet. But he is on the lookout for a nice gentleman. So we'll have to see who he meets. But as you can see here, he has enemies with a couple of the Montes, but not Bianca, surprisingly. He's actually best friends with Bianca. But he's also friends with Titania and Albany Cap and Goneril, surprisingly, as well. And that's a bit strange. He's got a job in the medical career. He's a level 4 intern, so he is a junior doctor. And he has got quite a lot of skills in cooking, logic and cleaning mainly. His personality, he's an Aquarius. He is quite neat and outgoing and nice. Got a good fitness level. His interests, he's into culture, fashion, travel, work and environment mainly. His hobby is in music and dance. And then his memories just include him moving out. He's recently been on a mountain vacation, which I had him do in the last sim year. He really enjoyed himself. He went on his own. And then his traits, I've given him brooding, family-oriented, a natural cook, over-emotional, and a virtuoso. So that is basically my version of Kent, guys. And as you can see, he's looking a bit nerdy with his glasses, his jumper and everything. He's definitely looks older than what he actually is. But I guess I kind of did that on purpose because he's a bit of an outcast. He doesn't really know what to do with himself. So, I thought that suited him quite well. But yeah, so that is Kent, guys. And that, everyone, is the end of the episode and the end of all of the introductions now in the Uberhood. So, yes, again, guys, thank you very much for watching. And obviously, when we come to our next episode, we'll actually be starting our rounds. And we're obviously going to be starting in Pleasant View. So the very first family we're going to be playing is Don, Cassandra and Pedro in Pleasant View, the Lothario family. So looking very much forward to playing that. And then obviously from there on we'll go into the Goths, the Calientes, the Brokes, etc. And then we'll gradually work our way through the other neighbourhoods as well. But yeah, that is the last of the introductory episodes, guys. So yet again, thank you very much for watching. Please comment all of your suggestions and thoughts in the comments below. And please make sure to like and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Greatly appreciate any feedback, any support, like I always say. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm now going to leave you be because this video is now an hour and a half long, just over. But as again, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye, everyone.